Hey, it's CJ here. Welcome back into True Point of Creation and another one of our quick collage art projects. Now, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this one. It's very random. I just saw this advertisement here for Giorgio Armani, and I figured, since he recently passed away, I kind of wanted to make a quick collage. You've probably seen this advertisement. It's in a bunch of fashion magazines nowadays, but I actually love the Aqua di Jour. This one's just a sample, but I have a big bottle of the other kind, the black bottle. It smells really good. I really like it. I've used it a lot. It's very strong. You got to be careful with this. You don't want to spray too much of this or you're going to drown out the whole room. You know what I'm saying? But very good cologne. I like it. Also has some really good fashion clothing and stuff like that. So just wanted to kind of show some respect to Giorgio and make a quick collage with it. Now I have a little random idea. And the reason why also this all came into my mind is this fell out of one of the magazines. I cut the cover off. We were doing those cover challenges. And when I cut the cover, it ends up cutting a couple pages. Well, this page fell out and I was like, oh, Giorgio. And then Giorgio recently passed away, so I was like, oh man, that'd be a cool thing to kind of give a little tribute collage to Giorgio Armani. Now I have this stack of stuff out here. I have this stack of like textures or things that I was cutting, so there's a whole bunch of that here. I have a gallery magazine here. Let me show you some other stuff I have just sitting here. Well, I could just go ahead and give you the business. I have a pile of stuff just stacked here that I'm supposed to be working on. These are kind of like clipping things that I was going to be using here in the future. What about that one? It's like a brain. So I have a whole bunch of stuff. Look at the marbles. The marbles are awesome. So these are things I was going to use. And I saw this piece of texture and I was like, okay, I'm going to try this thing. Never tried this before. Keep in mind, I'm no collage expert. I just do this for fun. So this is all fun. We don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to come out. We also don't know how long it's going to take. So you probably know how long it takes because the video tells you how long it is on the timestamp. But just in case you don't have time to hang out, you can always watch this in 2x speed. You can skip to the end to see what I came up with. And I'll also be recording this in a time lapse so you can watch that quick transformation, and it'll be only under 1 minute, and you can see that in my YouTube Shorts feed. So anyway, we're going to try to do a tribute here to Giorgio. It's going to be a quick collage, but I'm going to be talking. I have a razor blade in my hand. It's not going to be quick. This isn't 5 minutes. I'm not going to trim the video down that fast. You know what I'm saying? This is for the full process. We're going to start it today. We're going to finish it today. Let me get all this stuff out of the way real quick, or not quick. Okay, that wasn't very quick for me. That was a lot. That was hard to move that stack without everything falling all over the place. So I have some ideas. I want to do some cutting here. Let me move some stuff. We may have to do a little gluing. So we may have to glue this down to a backing board, but I actually don't know what's going to happen. I don't even know where to start. I just have a vision in my mind. We're going to chop this up and kind of make it look cool. I'm not really sure if it's going to look cool or not, and I'm not really sure how it's going to turn out. So I just want to try a couple different things with my cutting here and just see if we can make something cool for Giorgio. And we may need to cut off Giorgio's name, but we will keep Armani there. So I think what I'm going to do here, I think it's going to have like a wavy feel, but I don't know how I'm going to incorporate it fully. So we're just going to have to go through the process together. So I'm going to cut right here around the hands. And since it's like an arm, I'm going to try to like do a wave with the arm. Okay, so that's the idea there. I kind of wish I would have done it a little curved the other way. So how am I going to do that? I want this to, and we lost that finger. Well, that finger's cut off on the edge anyway. So I kind of wanted it to like do a reverse curve. So let me see if I can do that. Okay, and then we're going to get around the skin. Oh, without sliding into the nail too much. See if I can turn my blade there so we don't slip on that cut. And we're just going to go and cut around for this part because I'm going to slice this up. It's going to be weird. I've never tried this before. I don't actually know what I'm doing, so bear with me. We're going to see what we come up with. Just take a second and let me cut around the head first. Little details here around the ears. A little tricky. That's probably the only part we don't want to mess up because the face isn't really, like the nose and eyes aren't sticking out. It's just the ears here, so not a lot of hair to worry about either. So let me just go ahead and knock this out. Okay, there goes that piece. Let's come around this side. I'm actually not going to start at the top. Just don't like disconnecting the paper until it's time to disconnect it. Starts dragging and stuff like that. And there is a shadow on the face here, so we kind of got to watch out for that. It's blending in. It makes it a little tricky to see it. And again, you've probably seen this ad because it's a big ad that they put in a lot of fashion magazines. I've seen it before, and then it just kind of fell out at me, and I was like, oh, meant to happen. And I really do like Giorgio Armani. I really do like the Acqua di Gior cologne for men. Perfumo, you tell me how to pronounce it. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Acqua di Gior, sounds fancy, that's for sure. Okay, so now that we got that, I just cut off the top. It should disconnect. There we go. Yes, I really love that cologne. I really love it. Ladies, I'd recommend getting your men that. Tell them to, take it easy. Don't spray too heavy on the spray because it is very strong. This is not sponsored or anything. I just like Giorgio. I just like it. The Acqua di Gior, the black one's really good. Both of them smell really good. Actually, there's like 3 or 4 different versions of them, but they're really good cologne for men, so I would recommend it. Not sponsored at all. Okay, so we have those scraps. I like those scraps, but we're not using them yet. Okay, here's the weird part. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. What I want to do, I'm going to cut her face in a couple parts. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to split it up, and we're going to try to add some texture, but I don't want it to mess with her ears, and I don't want to cut into her eyes, but I want to give like a wavy feel. So let's just try it. Here goes everything. Okay. Okay. And then right up under the ear. Okay, split. There that is. Now see, the problem with her head is the flat part, but I think that's going to be okay. I was thinking about waving it. So we have her split there, right? I just need to see this again. And I kind of want to do that same kind of wave here. Opposite. From the ear up and down to the brow. And then away from the unibrow spot. And then back down to the ear. Okay, perfect. That's what I was going for. It looks pretty good. Around there you can still see the ears, and we have it disconnected. I was not really sure what I was going to do, so this is going to be quick. I'm not going to, wait around too long. We're going to have to see how this turns out real quick. So actually, I'm going to set these two to the side for a second, and I think you know what's coming next. We're going to cut out the eyes. You do have a great stare, girl. I don't want to take away from that, but the style here. Okay. I was going to extract the eyes in like diamond shape, and I'll do that in the future. Show you what that kind of looks like. These ones, since we're going with the rounded feel, I'm just going to keep it rounded. Okay, we have her eyes extracted. Let me move those. You want to use those for a future collage art project? I'm not sure. We'll put them with the scraps over here. You never know when you need a couple eyeballs. All right, cool. Let me grab my texture. All right, so before we do the background, I actually did slice her again and cut her in half here as well. So it's looking pretty cool. This is the board, but I need to do the texture. I'm actually going to glue the texture onto this backing board, and then we'll see how it comes together here. This is a quick collage, so I'm just trying to do it real quick for Giorgio. So let me go ahead and glue the background in, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're back to the marbles, but I'm not actually going to use the marbles in this collage art project. I'm just using the marbles to block the picture. Although I really do love these marbles and how they're shiny and circular like that, I'll probably use them in the future. But are you ready to see our quick collage art project for Giorgio? You ready to see it? You ready? Boom, there it is. I mean, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of wild. I mean, we cut it in half down here, and then we cut her eyes in half. We cut her forehead in half, but can you see her eyes? Her eyes are really trippy. See, I had this background. I had a couple of these pages of this background, and I cut it out, put it in her eyes because I wanted it to be her eyes. And I was thinking you could use some of this to, like, bounce around the outside and stuff, but I figured keep it simple, keep it quick. This is a really quick collage. Just got done working and wanted to unwind and make a quick collage art project, you know? I really did enjoy making it, and it gives me inspiration for future projects like these. If you enjoyed this piece, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to see more future collage art projects like these, there should be a playlist on the screen, but you can also subscribe to the channel so you always see the latest videos. So go ahead and do that, and I'll catch you in the next one.